Alright, welcome back to Flourish. This is the part 4 of the HTML series, and in this video, we're going to be looking at how to format our text. Now let's get into it. Alright, so as we can see, we've been able to design our website, web page, but it's not as beautiful as that. It's a work in progress, and we're going to be looking at how to, improve on this. Alright, so what I want to do is add a bit of styling to our page by changing the text. Maybe probably you want to make some text bold or italic, or you want to emphasize on a particular phrase, or you want to write a subscript like H2O and something like that. How do we do all of these things? And I'm going to be doing that in this video. Alright, now the first one I'm going to be doing is italics. Now, probably you want to write some text in italics. Now, the only tag you need to use for that is just the I tag. Alright, so to do that, you're going to put in the I opening tag and then the I closing tag. And then in between the I opening and the closing tag, you put in the text that you want. That is how to do the italics. Now, let me use this as an example. Let me say I want to make my name is Mike appear in italic form. Now to do that, I'm going to wrap up that one. So what you're going to do now is to wrap it up with the I tag. So now let's wrap it up with the I tag. So you go I tag, that's for italics, and then you have to close it right there. Close it. After you've done that, your name will be in italic form. That text will be in italic form. That's it right there. That's for italics. Alright, now the next one we want to do is the bold. I'm going to be using the same text for it. To do that, for bold, you just need to change it to B. That's for bold. You want to make it bold. Alright, now let's check that. That's for bold. And then the syntax is just the opening B tag, the content, and then the closing B tag. That's all. Now let's check that. So can you see? My name is Michael. It's bold. That's a way to format. That's another way to format. Alright. How about let's use the next one. Emphasis. You want to place emphasis on some particular word. Now, what's the difference between emphasis and italics? Now let's first write it, and I'm going to tell you the difference. So let's say, for example, I want to make this one. I want to emphasize on this word right here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to surround the word with em. That's em, emphasis. See, and surround it with em. Now the good thing about this style is that you can declare this element inside other elements, just like I'm doing now. I'm inside the paragraph tag, but I'm also declaring these tags inside the paragraph tag. Alright, now let's check that. So that's here. So now this is it. You see, it's almost like italics, but we wrote em, that's emphasis. Now, why are we using em and not I? Because if we use I also, it's going to be the same thing. Check that out. It's the same thing. Now, the reason we're using EM is because, let's say, for example, you have a voice reader. You want someone to, you want to use a voice reader to read your text on your web page. Now, what this would do is the voice will emphasize on this part because you use emphasis. That's just the difference between italics and emphasis. Now, when reading, when it gets to I am, there will be a bit of stress on that part. That's just the difference. Now, the difference between the italics and the emphasis is just for the voice reader. For emphasis, the voice reader would emphasize on this part that you wrap in between the emphasis. It's going to emphasize. There'll be a bit of stress on those words. But for italics, it's just the display. All right, good. All right, let's continue. The next formatting that we're going to be using is subscripts. Let's say, for example, we want to write H2O, and then I wouldn't want to write my H2O like this, H2O. This is not the way to write it. All right, I want to write it in a way that it looks like H2O, like H and then the subscript and then O. Now to do that, let me delete this emphasis for now, so that you don't get confused. Okay, let's delete that for now, and let me write the H2O. Now this is H2O. Now how do I do that? So I'm just going to wrap in between the two, because it is the two that I want to use for my subscripts. So I'm going to wrap in between the two this lovely tag called sub, and it stands for subscript, and then you close it, sub. Now this will do the job. Can you see now? If you check my website and see H2O is now like H2O, but that's what I mean. So you can actually write it closer, just okay, closer, H2O. All right, so that's it, H2O. All right, so the next one is superscripts. What if we want to write 10 raised to the power 9, or 10 raised to the power, maybe a mathematical formula like x raised to the power 7 plus y raised to the power 7 equals to 10. How do you do something like that? Now let's put that on another paragraph. I can write another paragraph right here, or I could just declare a new heading and a new paragraph. Maybe I want to write the heading 2 tag, and I'm going to put in math equation, something like that, math equation. And then below that H2 tag, I'm going to put my paragraph tag, P tag. And now I'm going to write in the first equation. All right, to do that, you're going to just type in, okay, let's say for example, x raised to the power 3 plus y raised to the power 7 equals to 100. Find, okay, so 10 x raised to the power 2 plus 20 equals to 90. Find x. All right, but if you now check it right there on your web page, it doesn't really look like a mathematics equation. Now the reason is because it doesn't look like a mathematics equation. The reason is because we have not actually, declared some parts to be superscripts. So now this the 2, I want it to go up, so I'm going to write superscripts and wrap it around that also, superscript. Okay, that will push it up right now. Let's see. All right, that's it, superscript, and majorly that's it. You see that? So x raised to the power 2 plus 20 equals to, and find it. Now let's write another one. I'm going to write another one. So I'm going to copy this and paste it right here. So let's say we want to have x raised to the power 4 this time around plus y raised to the power 3. So you're going to put superscripts, that's the opening tag, and then the closing tag, superscript. All right, so that's it. And find x and y. There's nothing like that. I just find x and y. Okay, now let's check that out. Okay, see, so this is what we're talking about. So we're formatting our text in a big way. Now, so far we've been able to write for italics, emphasis, subscripts, superscripts. What else have we done? And Okay, we've done just 4, but we have a lot. You can actually Google online to check for more of how to format text. But for now, I think this is going to be okay for you to add 1 or 2 things on your web page. Let's say for example you're writing a mathematics blog, and then you want to put in all of those things. Now I've shown you how to do that. This is it right here on my screen. All right, so that will be all for today's episode, for today's class. That will be all for today's class. I'll see you in the next video. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you the different way of styling. As you can see right now, this is a bit rough. Styling in between the text. That's the inline method of styling. But now in the next video, I'm going to be showing you the internal method of styling. I want you to, stay tuned and anticipate for that video. It is about to get interesting. Yeah, trust me, it is about to get interesting. All right. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment in the comment section below, and tell your lovely friends about this channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.